Another month passes, and once again, we say goodbye to voices that once filled our world with sound and meaning. From timeless voices to quiet innovators, their music lives on in every note we remember. Moya Brennan, Nedra Talley, Mike Westbrook and Donn Schlitz, these are just some of the names we honor this month, in this heartfelt tribute. Their echoes remain, even as the spotlight fades. They left this month, April 2026.
Suki Lahav, violinist, singer, worked with E Street Band. July 16, 1951 to April 1, 2026. Was an Israeli violinist and singer best known for her work with the E Street Band, where her distinctive violin added a unique and expressive layer to the band's early sound during the mid-1970s. Joining the group during a formative period, Lahav contributed to live performances that helped shape the emotional and sonic identity of the E Street Band. Her violin work brought a lyrical, almost orchestral quality to the band's music, complementing the storytelling style of Bruce Springsteen and enriching the dynamic range of their arrangements. Though her time with the band was relatively brief, Lahav's contributions left a lasting impression, marking a moment when the E Street Band expanded its musical palette beyond traditional rock instrumentation. Her presence remains a unique chapter in the band's evolution. Suki Lahav leaves behind a legacy as a musician who brought elegance and emotional depth to one of rock's most celebrated ensembles. A reminder of how a single voice or instrument can shape the character of a band's sound. James Gadson, drummer, session musician, one of the most recorded drummers in R&B history. July 17, 1939 to April 2, 2026. An American drummer and legendary session musician, widely regarded as one of the most recorded drummers in the history of R&B. With his unmistakable groove, deep pocket, and effortless sense of feel, Gadson became a cornerstone of countless classic recordings across soul, funk, and pop. Over the decades, he worked with an extraordinary range of artists, including Bill Withers, Marvin Gaye, Quincy Jones, and Herbie Hancock, contributing to timeless tracks such as Lean on Me and Use Me. His playing was never about flash. It was about feel, space, and locking into the song with a groove that felt both relaxed and deeply powerful. Gadson's drumming style became a blueprint for generations of musicians, influencing not only R&B but also hip-hop producers who sampled his rhythms, and drummers who studied his understated yet masterful technique. His ability to elevate any track made him one of the most trusted and sought-after session players in the industry. James Gadson leaves behind a legacy built on rhythm, subtlety, and soul, a drummer whose grooves became part of the foundation of modern music, heard by millions even if his name often remained behind the scenes. Donn Landee, record producer, worked with Van Halen and the Doobie Brothers. February 26, 1947 to April 5, 2026. Was an American record producer and audio engineer best known for his influential work with Van Halen and the Doobie Brothers, helping shape the sound of some of the most iconic rock recordings of the 1970s and 1980s. Working closely with producer Ted Templeman, Landee played a crucial role behind the console during Van Halen's breakthrough years, contributing to the band's early albums where clarity, punch, and raw energy defined their explosive sound. His engineering helped capture the groundbreaking guitar work of Eddie Van Halen and the band's dynamic performance style with remarkable precision. With the Doobie Brothers, Landee was also instrumental in crafting a polished yet organic sound that blended rock, soul, and pop influences. His technical expertise and musical sensitivity allowed him to bring out the best in each performance, helping the band achieve both commercial success and lasting artistic impact. Donn Landee leaves behind a legacy as a master of sound, a behind-the-scenes architect whose work helped define the sonic identity of an era and whose influence continues to be heard in the way rock music is recorded and produced. Afrika Bambaataa, DJ, rapper, record producer, accused of abuse. April 17, 1957 to April 9, 2026. Was an American DJ, rapper, and record producer, widely recognized as one of the founding figures of hip-hop culture and a pioneer in the development of electro-funk. As the leader of the Universal Zulu Nation, he played a central role in shaping the early Bronx scene, promoting music, unity, and creative expression during hip-hop's formative years. He gained international recognition with influential tracks such as Planet Rock and Looking for the Perfect Beat, which blended electronic sounds with hip-hop rhythms and helped lay the foundation for genres like electro, techno, and modern electronic dance music. His work expanded the sonic possibilities of hip-hop and introduced it to a global audience. However, later in life, Bambaataa's legacy became deeply controversial due to multiple allegations of sexual abuse, which significantly impacted how his contributions to music and culture are viewed. These accusations cast a long shadow over his career and remain an important part of the conversation surrounding his life and influence. Afrika Bambaataa leaves behind a complex legacy. As both a pioneering figure in the birth of hip-hop and a subject of serious controversy, reflecting the broader challenge of reconciling artistic impact with personal accountability. Harry Kim, trumpeter, worked with Phil Collins and Earth, Wind and Fire. August 14, 1951 to April 10, 2026. Was an American trumpeter and session musician whose bright tone and precise playing made him a sought-after contributor across pop, rock, and soul. Known for his versatility and professionalism, Kim became a familiar presence on stages and recordings with major artists, including Phil Collins and Earth, Wind and Fire. Throughout his career, Kim brought clarity, power, and musical sensitivity to every performance, whether delivering bold brass lines in high-energy arrangements or adding subtle color to studio recordings. His ability to adapt across styles, from pop ballads to funk-driven grooves, made him a reliable and respected figure in the world of session musicians. Beyond the spotlight, his work contributed to the polished sound of countless productions, helping elevate the role of brass in contemporary music. Colleagues and audiences alike admired his consistency, tone, and dedication to the craft. Harry Kim leaves behind a legacy of musicianship and versatility, a trumpeter whose sound enriched the work of iconic artists, and whose contributions continue to resonate across generations of listeners. Mike Westbrook, jazz pianist, composer, OB, Officer of the Order of the British Empire. March 21, 1936 to April 11, 2026. Was a British jazz pianist, composer, and bandleader, widely regarded as one of the most original and adventurous figures in European jazz. Awarded the title of Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OB, Westbrook built a remarkable career defined by innovation, large-scale compositions, and a fearless blending of jazz with classical, theatrical, and literary influences. Emerging in the 1960s, he became known for ambitious projects that pushed beyond traditional jazz structures, often incorporating elements of opera, poetry, and orchestral music. His works, including Celebration, The Cortege, and Westbrook Rossini, showcased his ability to create expansive musical landscapes that were both intellectually rich and emotionally compelling. Throughout his career, Westbrook frequently collaborated with vocalist Kate Westbrook, forming a creative partnership that became central to many of his compositions. Together, they explored themes ranging from social commentary to reinterpretations of classical works, always maintaining a distinctive artistic voice. Mike Westbrook leaves behind a legacy of bold creativity and musical exploration, a composer who expanded the boundaries of jazz and redefined what the genre could express, inspiring generations of musicians to think beyond convention. Patrick Campbell-Lyons, composer, worked with Nirvana, the original group. July 13, 1943 to April 13, 2026. Was a Northern Irish composer, singer, and musician best known as a founding member of Nirvana, the original UK group, not to be confused with the later American band of the same name. A key figure in the late 1960s psychedelic and Baroque pop movement, Campbell-Lyons helped craft a sound that was both imaginative and richly orchestrated. Alongside collaborator Alex Spyropoulos, he created albums such as The Story of Simon's Cymopath, 1967, and All of Us, 1968, works that blended pop songwriting with classical influences, whimsical storytelling, and experimental production. These recordings became cult favorites, admired for their originality and ahead-of-their-time approach to concept albums and sonic texture. Campbell-Lyons' compositions stood out for their melodic sensitivity and theatrical flair, often exploring themes of fantasy, introspection, and human emotion. Though the band never achieved major commercial success, their music gained lasting recognition among collectors and enthusiasts of psychedelic and progressive pop. Patrick Campbell-Lyons leaves behind a legacy as a creative visionary, an artist who helped expand the boundaries of 1960s pop music and whose work continues to inspire those drawn to its unique blend of imagination and musical craft. Moya Brennan, singer, songwriter, harpist, worked with Clannad. August 4, 1952 to April 13, 2026. Was an Irish singer, songwriter, and harpist, widely regarded as one of the defining voices of Celtic and New Age music. Best known as a founding member of Clannad, she helped shape a sound that blended traditional Irish music with atmospheric textures and modern production. With Clannad, Brennan's ethereal vocals became a signature element of the band's identity, heard in acclaimed works such as Theme from Harry's Game in a Lifetime and Robin, the Hooded Man. Her ability to sing in both English and Irish Gaelic added a unique cultural depth, helping bring Celtic music to a global audience. Beyond her work with the band, Brennan also enjoyed a successful solo career, exploring spiritual themes and contemporary arrangements, while maintaining her connection to Irish musical roots. Her harp playing and vocal style influenced countless artists in the Celtic, folk, and ambient genres. Moya Brennan leaves behind a legacy of beauty, spirituality, and cultural richness, a voice that carried the soul of Ireland across the world and helped define an entire genre of music. Don Schlitz, songwriter, wrote plus 20 country hits, including The Gambler. August 29, 1952 to April 16, 2026. Was an American songwriter whose storytelling and melodic craftsmanship made him one of the most successful figures in country music history. With more than 20 hits to his name, Schlitz built a legacy defined by songs that combine narrative depth with universal appeal. He is best remembered for writing The Gambler, a timeless classic made famous by Kenny Rogers, which became one of the most iconic songs in country music. With its vivid storytelling and memorable lines, the song transcended genre boundaries and remains a cultural touchstone decades after its release. Throughout his career, Schlitz wrote for a wide range of artists, including Randy Travis, George Strait, and Keith Whitley, consistently delivering hits that resonated with both traditional country audiences and mainstream listeners. His ability to craft songs with emotional clarity and narrative strength made him one of Nashville's most respected songwriters. Don Schlitz leaves behind a legacy built on words and melody, a songwriter whose stories became part of the fabric of country music, influencing generations and continuing to be sung and remembered around the world. Dave Mason, singer, songwriter, guitarist, worked with Traffic. May 10, 1946 to April 19, 2026. Was an English singer, songwriter, and guitarist best known as a founding member of Traffic, where his melodic sensibility and versatile musicianship helped shape the band's distinctive blend of rock, folk, and psychedelic influences. As part of Traffic's early lineup alongside Steve Winwood, Mason contributed to the band's debut era, writing and performing on songs such as Hole in My Shoe, a hit that showcased his knack for catchy melodies and whimsical storytelling. His musical approach provided a contrast to the band's more improvisational side, adding balance to their evolving sound. Beyond Traffic, Mason built a successful solo career, highlighted by the enduring classic, Feelin' Alright, a song that became widely covered and remains one of his most recognizable compositions. Over the years, he also collaborated with major artists including Jimi Hendrix, contributing to recordings that further demonstrated his adaptability and musical reach. Dave Mason leaves behind a legacy of songwriting, collaboration, and timeless melodies, a musician whose work bridged the spirit of the 1960s with decades of enduring influence in rock music. Alan Osmond, singer from The Osmonds. July 22, 1949 to April 20, 2026. Was an American singer and musician best known as a founding member of The Osmonds, one of the most successful family pop groups of the late 1960s and 1970s. As the eldest brother, Alan played a central role in shaping the group's early direction, discipline, and musical identity. With the Osmonds, he contributed to a string of chart-topping hits including One Bad Apple Yo-Yo and Down by the Lazy River, helping the group achieve international fame with their blend of pop, rock, and polished harmonies. His steady presence both on stage and behind the scenes made him a key figure in the group's rise during a highly competitive era in popular music. Beyond performing, Alan was deeply involved in the group's management and creative decisions, guiding the band through its peak years while maintaining a strong sense of family unity. Despite later health challenges that led him to step back from performing, his influence on the group's legacy remained profound. Alan Osmond leaves behind a legacy rooted in family, harmony, and dedication, a foundational voice in a group that brought joy to millions and became a lasting symbol of a unique era in pop music. Gregg Foreman, musician, DJ, worked with Car Power. October 5, 1972 to April 21, 2026. Was an American musician and DJ known for his work with Cat Power, where his keyboard and instrumental contributions added depth to the band's atmospheric and emotionally driven sound. A versatile player, Foreman became a key touring and recording collaborator with Cat Power, helping shape the sonic landscape behind John Marshall's introspective songwriting. His ability to move between textures, from subtle ambient layers to more rhythmic and groove-oriented parts, made him an essential presence in the band's live performances and studio sessions. Beyond his work with Cat Power, Foreman was also active as a DJ and musician across various projects, reflecting a broad appreciation for music that ranged from indie rock to soul and electronic influences. His passion for sound and detail gave his performances a distinctive character that resonated with audiences and fellow musicians alike. Gregg Foreman leaves behind a legacy of creativity and musical sensitivity, a behind-the-scenes artist whose contributions helped enrich the sound of modern indie music. Nedra Talley, singer, part of The Ronettes. January 27, 1946 to April 26, 2026. Was an American singer best known as a member of the Ronettes, one of the most iconic girl groups of the 1960s whose sound helped define the golden era of pop and R&B. Alongside Ronnie Spector and Estelle Bennett, Talley contributed to a string of timeless hits produced by Phil Spector, including Be My Baby, Baby I Love You, and Walking in the Rain. With their powerful harmonies and the signature Wall of Sound, Production: the Ronettes created recordings that became cornerstones of 1960s pop music and continue to influence artists across generations. Though often less in the spotlight than the group's lead singer, Talley's harmonies were an essential part of the trio's distinctive sound, adding depth and balance to their unforgettable recordings. Together, they helped shape the image and style of girl groups, combining musical excellence with a strong visual identity that became legendary. Nedra Talley leaves behind a legacy as part of one of the most influential vocal groups in music history, a voice woven into songs that remain timeless, emotional, and endlessly celebrated.
Remember them with joy, let's hear their songs and celebrate their lives. This was a program for Music and Life by Karlos M, created by Rune KM Productions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us your favorite artist from this episode. You can also donate on my PayPal, musicandlife.km@gmail.com. Your donation is like a friendly invitation for a cup of coffee, a small gesture that shows your appreciation for the work I do. Every contribution, no matter how big or small, makes a difference and helps me continue creating content that I hope you enjoy. Thank you for your support and for being a part of this community. Until next time, a program for Music and Life KM, created by Karlos M, produced by Rune KM Productions. 2026 copyright.